So healthcare, biggest immediate problem we have by a long shot. We need to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. We should have dealt with this a while ago. I feel that the business manager has been kicking it down the road for a long time. We know that the fund is at 1.8 million as of the last meeting, and apparently it's been holding steady at that or somewhere in that range since the Reading Hospital started. The problem is the Reading Hospital is coming to an end, and if you're going to believe that there's another powerhouse on the road, in our future, I truly hope that that is actually true. But as we've seen, we've seen powerhouses come and go in the idea, and we've only gotten one of them. It is truly a shame, but it is part of our market, and it's what happens in our region, and within our jurisdiction. So the reality is, we have to look at the possibility of changing healthcare. We have to get all the work. We have to bring retirees in. I just cannot even fathom why we're not asking retirees to come in, pay them a few dollars. Norristown pays $12 to come in and help us do the job searches. That frees up a business agent to actually track down that work and to find contractors willing to bid it, to go shake hands, to track other issues that, we only have 3 people in the hall. That's a very limited number of people to do as much work as really needs to be done. So we've got to be incredibly efficient about that. And other locals generally have more than we do. We're a small local with a very large jurisdiction. So we've got to get every bit of work, and we've got to find efficient ways to find that work and get that work. So that's number one. Number two is we have to ask the membership through a survey, in my opinion, of what is doable. Let's look at the options and ask the membership to help pick that option. Now, I understand that this is a trustee thing, but the trustees are going to do it if the membership's behind it, as long as it's reasonable. And honestly, any choice that we put forward, if I'm your business manager, is going to be reasonable. I don't like banked hours at all. It's just not a good idea. Banked hours are horrible, in my opinion. However, that may have to come up on the table. I don't believe in it. I guarantee you I will do everything I can to prevent banked hours. I've talked to a lot of other business managers. They don't like banked hours. I've talked to a lot of members. They don't like banked hours. What are you going to do? Go home and tell your wife you don't have health care because you haven't had a job for 6 months or a year or even just a few months? It's gonna really hurt the local as a general practice. So we need to find all the work. We can't rely on a powerhouse again because, Lord knows we have heard powerhouse so many times it's been ridiculous. We need to do a survey. We need to look at everything. And it's amazing how, again, they left out what was going on with the healthcare, how much money was in that fund for the last several months. All of a sudden, someone had to ask how much was in the fund. We know that it will start going down after Reading Hospital. Let's get this ship going the right direction. Let's get this dealt with. This isn't something you can keep passing down the road. And we can't rely on a powerhouse, which is one thing that utterly amazes me. Again, we hear about a powerhouse. You know what? Any contract, any deal I ever did, I didn't count on that deal until the money was in my hand. Plain and simple. End of story. You don't count on something until you have a signed contract where somebody's handing you that money. So please look through the website. I know this page is short. I apologize for that. But until I get there and see what the numbers are, see if we can merge with any other locals in healthcare, if there's anything else we can do, I really can't give you direct answers. I can only tell you that I will ask the membership and I will look for every bit of work so that we are bringing in as absolute much as possible of that work into our healthcare. Thank you.